Hello and welcome to your practice today. We're going to start seated. Let's take a pillow or bolster under the hips, just so we can prop the hips up that little bit. We do this so that our hips and our knees can be around about the same height or the same level. So from our seated position, let's root the sit bones down into the bolster, reaching through the bolster down into the earth. Find that stable connection with the ground and reach that stability up through the spine and the top of the crown. And find strength and poise in this pose whilst staying easy in the shoulders and the muscles around the spine. Let's have the hands at the knees. Allow the elbows to drape like curtains between the wrist and the shoulder. And find your height in this pose. So this is how we arrive at our practice. Taking a purposeful seat in Sukhasana. Telling our body it is time for yoga. Let's take 3 deep breaths. So inhale and fill your entire body with oxygen. Exhale slowly through the nose. All the way down until everything's emptied the ribs and lungs. Pause for a moment. Inhale deeply. Exhale softly. One last time, deep inhale. Let's bring the hands together. So palms and fingers pressing against each other. Spread the fingers and push the thumbs into the sternum. Elbows wide. Bow the head down towards the hands and take this moment to arrive at your practice. Visit your sankalpa. Repeat it to yourself 3 times in the present tense and allow the seed to be sown into your heart and carried forward through the practice. Now let's release the sankalpa. Bring the hands back to the knees. We're going to start with some twists of the neck. So find neutral position through the spine and head. Inhale breath. Exhale, turn your head towards the right, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, turn your head to the left as if you're trying to look over your left shoulder. Back to center. Inhale breath. Exhaling over to the right. Inhale to center and exhale to left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, nod the chin down towards the chest. Hold here for a round of breath. Inhale, lift the head and bring the hands together at the front of the heart space. This is Anjali Mudra. Let's cross the fingers. Inhale, float your elbows up to shoulder height. Exhale, press and round the palms forward, rounding the spine, really reaching through the palms. Inhale as we sweep the arms up, lifting as far as we can, reaching through the palms, opening the armpits, opening the elbow pits. Find length from sit bones all the way through to the heel of the palm. Find strength in the body. Tuck the navel into the spine. Breathing here. Let's release the clasp. Right hand will come down behind the body. Left hand stays lifted. And then we're going to bring the left hand around to the right knee. Take an inhale breath. Exhale around for the twist. Inhale, release the twist a little bit. And then exhale back into the twist. Inhale, release. And exhale, twist. Inhale, releasing back to center. Hands coming together in Anjali Mudra, that prayer mudra at the front of the heart space. We're going to clasp again, this time opposite clasp. Inhale, float the elbows up to shoulder height. Exhale, press the hands forward, round through the spine. Find length in the arms. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, pointing the palms to the ceiling. Finding that length and strength through the torso. Notice the work here required at the navel point. Draw it into the spine. Extend all the way from hip up through to palm. Just taking the pose as best you can. Release the clasp. Left hand comes down behind the body. Just finding fingertips to the mat. Right hand comes around to left knee. Inhale, breath here. Exhale for the twist. Inhale, release the twist just gently. Exhaling for the twist. Inhale, release. And exhale to twist one more time. Inhale, releasing. And we'll take the bolster away. Move it off to the side. We're going to come onto our shins. So toes untucked, tops of the feet in contact with the mat. Just sitting here in this thunderbolt pose. Spine is tall. Take an inhale breath here. Exhale, fold forward over the knees. Now we're coming into Balasana, child's pose. So in child's pose, see if you can reach from your hips all the way through to your fingers. So lift the arms up off the mat, palms pushing down into the mat, and make as much length from sit bones through to fingertips. As you inhale, feel your ribs expand. Exhale, sink the heart low to the ground, surrendering, opening the heart space. Inhale, expand the ribs. Exhale, surrender the heart. Now we're going to draw the elbows in slightly so that we've got pressure over the forearms. Forearms are braced in on the mat here. And we're going to transfer weight forward, shoulders over elbows, and hips and knees open up to come back a little bit. So we're sort of in a kneeling position on the forearms. Now let's bring the right leg back, tuck the toes under and push into the heel. So we're taking a stretch here in the calf muscle. So really push the ball of the foot down into the ground. Extend the leg, make it really strong. So squeeze all the muscles in the leg, push the heel. Return that right leg and then extend the left leg. Tuck the hips, tuck the toes under. Really push into the heel and bring that ball of the foot solid into the mat. Inhale, return. Now we're going to tuck the toes under on that left leg. So left toes tucked under, right foot comes back. So where both of our toes are tucked under here. We're going to put some weight in the forearms and we're going to do a forearm assisted plank. So inhale, breath here. Exhale, lift the left knee off the mat. So balls of the right foot and left foot pushing in solid. Feel the hands and arms bracing here. 2 rounds of breath. And release, change sides. So tuck the right toes under. Extend the left leg back, toes tucked under. Lots of pressure through the arms. Inhale, breath. Exhale, float that right knee off the mat. Breathing. 2 rounds of breath here. Really pushing up through the shoulders. Find the strength and feel the heat in the body. Return the knee to the mat. Both knees together. Toes tucked under. Hips come back to heels. Reach through fingertips. Now we're going to untuck the toes, come back into Thunderbolt, and do some lifts in Thunderbolt pose. So hands beside the hips. Inhale, strengthen the legs, navel to spine, lift up, hands come up overhead. Exhale as we sink the hips back to heels. So strengthening in the legs here. Inhale as we lift up, reach through fingertips, squeeze the bum. Exhale as we return. Let's do one more this time, really squeezing the bum, squeezing the belly. Inhale, lift. Rising up all the way from knee to fingertip. Let's hold this, keep squeezing, breathing. Find length in fingertips and return to the mat. Now we're going to bring ourselves to standing. Find the best way for your body. Okay, I'm going to guide you through a kneeling stand. Let's see how that goes. So we're going to inhale, lift. Bring the left leg forward, hand to the thigh, and then press to standing. And find our standing position, hands beside the hips. Let's get the feet solid on the mat. Really dig those heels in, the balls of the foot in. Strengthen the legs, lift up the kneecaps using the thighs, squeeze the bum, navel to spine, reach through the crown, spread the fingers. Tadasana, mountain pose. We hold the strength of a mountain in our body. Inhale, circle sweep, arms overhead. Exhale, bend the knees slightly, spill forward. Find the fold. Inhale as we roll up to stand. Exhale, spill forward to the fold, bend the knees. One more time. Inhale, roll up. All the way up. Exhale, spill forward. Bend the knees generously and find your forward fold. So release the head, arms, and shoulders. Now see if you can strengthen the legs here. Find length and strength in the legs from heel up to hip. Weighted in the toes. Neck released and relaxed. Feel that decompression on the spine. Bring the hands to the mat and we're going to come down the way we came up. So one leg goes back into a kneeling position. Other leg comes back into a kneeling position. And now we've found this cat-dog position. Cat-cow position, I should say. So in cat-cow, we're going to take a variation of cow. With the toes untucked, we're going to inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Exhale, bring the hips back to the heels. Let's do one more of those. Inhale, come forward to kneeling. And then lift up into cow. So sink the belly, lift the eyes, lift the tailbone. Exhale as we come back into that child's pose balasana. And let's take a moment here in child's pose. So just sinking down to the mat, releasing the forehead. Allow the arms to go soft. Just feel that heat and that energy we've generated in the body. In yoga, we call it prana. Notice its presence. See how it shifts every aspect of the body as the prana flows. We feel more connected. Inhale, let's come up to a seat. And we'll find that cross-legged position seated on our bolster. So we're going to finish with a breath technique called Brahmari breath or bumblebee breath. It's one of my personal favorites, especially for beginners in yoga because it's so easy to do, but it's very effective. So we'll come to a seat on the bolster or on the ground, whichever feels best for your body. So really tune in and just notice what your body wants and needs. Allow the sit bones to root down. Muladhara chakra, the base of the spine, and reach up through the crown. So this position, we want to hold wise effort, just enough effort to be seated tall, allowing pranic energy to flow through the spine, but not too much that we're straining and stressed. So we're going to start with a deep breath. Relax the belly, release the belly muscles. Take a big, deep inhale breath and try and fill your belly up with air. Let's bring the hand to the belly. We're really trying to fill it up. Big inhale breath. Exhale through the mouth. Now for Brahmari, I'm going to demonstrate and then you'll practice, you'll jump in. So the first round, what we do is we cover the eyes, cover the ears. Don't do this just yet, just watch. We take a deep inhale breath and then we hum the exhale. All the way, releasing as much as we can until we get to that last point. And then we release the hands, we tuck the belly in, and we draw the pelvic floor up. We hold this bandha, concentrated energy right at our manipura, center of the belly. Then we release, inhale. And just feel that energy flowing. So let's do a round together. Bring the hands to the eyes and then cover the ears. Take an inhale breath. Release the hands, bring them to the knees, tuck the belly in, hold that exhale as long as you can. then release, inhale. And just take a moment, soak in that vibrant energy field that we've created with that Brahmari. Notice your body, notice your breath. Be present, be aware. Connect in. Let's bring the hands together in Anjali Mudra. Front of the heart space, bow the head down towards the hands. Let's take a moment to revisit our Sankalpa. And know that each time you come to the mat, you are facilitating the achievement of your deepest, most heartfelt desire. May be peaceful, may be happy, may be calm. Namaste.